This fluid mid-length look was created using a combination of cutting principles and shape control. In the consultation, Lucas informed me that he would still like to have enough length to be worn backwards, and it was important for him to have enough hair to tuck behind the ear. This vital piece of information told me a lot about the choice of length in which I'd need to make. Assessing the fixed factors, I saw that Lucas's hair was very straight and reasonably fine, but he has a lot of hair which makes it appear thicker than it is. His hair growth patterns and head shape are pretty straightforward and didn't cause me too much trouble. I began by mapping the process out, reverse engineering the haircut and deciding on what shapes I would put in each zone. For this haircut I pushed boundaries and utilised unconventional round shapes, which is rarely seen in men's haircutting. The back panel was designed to be round horizontally and square vertically. The side panels were designed to be triangular horizontally and square vertically, and the top was square vertically and round horizontally. I started by creating a box on the apex panel to separate the top from the back and sides. I then used the back corner of that box section to separate the side panels from the back, taking a section from the corner to behind the ear on both sides. The first panel I tackled in this haircut was in the back due to the fact it's the largest zone of the head and will dictate the rest of the haircut structure. The length at the back will give me my length for the sides, and the length at the back will also give me my length for the top. To begin, I razored out the exterior using my hand to place pressure on the hair. This will then give me a more accurate feeling for how the hair will respond once dry. Once the exterior was outlined, I then created a profile guide to create my length and shape for the zone. This panel will be round horizontally and square vertically to retain maximum length at the exterior. Using the length at the exterior as my guide, I then used my scissor to create a square vertical line. From here I took vertical sections parallel to the profile guide on both the right and left hand side. Each new section travelled to meet the next on the base, and the guide was travelling with me. Remember, the shape that we're creating horizontally is round, therefore when each new section is taken from the base and meets in the middle on a round surface, the shape will be round. To see the full numeric breakdown of the sectioning pattern, please refer to the headsheet attached to this tutorial. Once I completed the left hand side of this panel, I applied the same process to the right hand side and just adjusted my body position as I moved around the head. Once this whole zone was complete, it gave me my guide for the side panels. Through the sides, I sectioned out a piece from the back as a reference to build my square shape vertically, and I used over direction to create a horizontally triangular shape. With each new section, it would travel back to meet the first, which was behind the ear. My body position here changed depending on what side I was cutting, but the cutting system remained the same. Prior to moving on to the top, I quickly dried the sides. I used this as a visual cross-check, and it ensured me that my shape and choice of length was correct. It also gave me less work to do in the finishing stages of the haircut. The next and last zone to be cut was the apex or the top of the haircut. To gauge and create my length and shape, I established a profile guide. This panel will be square vertically and round horizontally. The starting point here was by taking a reference for my choice of length from the back panel. I then used vertical sections in a numeric system to create my round shape on top. Each section followed a similar principle to what I created in the back panel by taking each new section from the base to create my round shape horizontally. Once I've cut one side, I'll repeat the same system on the other side, just making minor adjustments on the direction that I am either pulling or pushing the hair. Once the wet shape was complete, I applied some matte paste to the wet hair so that the product would distribute evenly throughout. I then finished by using my Dyson Supersonic and the professional concentrator attachment to achieve smoothness and fluidity. Once I established my dry shape, I spent the final few minutes going through the haircut to refine by using techniques such as slicing, point cutting, and using the feather razor to either soften or sharpen any necessary details. This was all done visually. To end the haircut, I used some more matte paste to create some movement and separation. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial and you'd like to watch more, browse through our resource library. Take care.